Welcome to the Foreign Accent Stamp, the podcast that proves your voice is your greatest asset. I'm Rania Hübscher, and each week I bring you powerful insights, solo episodes, and conversations with non-native English-speaking entrepreneurs and high achievers who've built success on their own terms. This is about more than just speech. It's about mindset, growth, and owning every part of who you are. Are you ready to step into your next level? Let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of the Foreign Accent Stamp. In today's episode, we're going to have a look at our future. No, not with a crystal ball, but we're going to have a look at the 5 people we're spending the most time with. That's right. I was reflecting on the Women Thrive Summit, and I was amazed and so grateful at the amount of support and the incredible women who were there to uplift one another and pushing each other forward. And so this episode is all about who you surround yourself with, because it's shaping you more than you think. So look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's your future, because you're constantly influenced by the people around you, whether in real life or online, whether you want to or not. The question is, are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Have you ever noticed that being around certain people drains you while others inspire you? And you just have this uplifting spirit, this amount of energy that you didn't have before? That's not an accident. Your brain mirrors their behaviors, their thoughts and emotions. It mirrors that of the people you spend the most time with. So if you're around negativity, self-doubt, small thinking, or criticism, you start absorbing it without realizing, and it drains you. Your inner circle shapes your life. So your standards either rise or fall to match that circle. Us humans are wired for adaptation. So if you're surrounded by people who settle for less, who complain, who make excuses constantly, you'll start normalizing that because you're constantly around it. So it becomes normal to you. But if you're surrounded by ambitious, driven, and high-level individuals, you'll naturally push yourself to match their energy. You'll make less excuses for yourself. You'll be less critical. You'll level up too. And this doesn't only go for people in your real life, like live, when you're surrounded by them physically, but also for the people you follow online. Who you follow online matters too. And fun fact, I recently and I do this every year, at least once, if not twice a year, because, when we're scrolling on social media, I bet you know this feeling too. You see a creator, you go on your For You page and you think, oh, this is cool. You hit the follow button because it's so easy, it's so fast. And all of a sudden you follow 200 more people, 1,000 more people. So I do a social media audit, an Instagram audit, at least once a year, because I know that the people I follow influence me. It's not just about friends. Your social media feed is shaping your thoughts daily. If you constantly consume content from people who complain, gossip, focus on drama, that's what your mind will dwell on, like the superficial things as well. But if you follow people who inspire you, who educate you, or challenge you, right? Challenging your beliefs, this can be positive too. You'll start thinking and acting differently. So, right, imagine following fitness influencers every day versus doom scrolling, negative news, or just superficial things that don't bring the world forward, that don't make the world better. Which one do you think is shaping your habits towards the better? And listen, it's so easy. Like, my favorite platform is Instagram. And it's so easy to mute people's stories if their stories are not uplifting you, are not bringing you value, be that joy or thinking, critical thinking, or pushing you towards greatness, then mute them or just unfollow them. If they don't bring you any value, just unfollow. Do a social media audit. And then also reset your For You page, because that's where you can get stuck pretty easily too. And that's where they get you. Your For You page is a mirror of what you actually prioritize in your life. So do a social media audit. It's so important and it's so effective. So be that a social media audit or a real life friend audit, here are some questions you can ask yourself. If they're lifting you up, do they challenge you to be better? And if they're friends, do they not just agree with everything you say? Do they support your growth? And for the friends, even when it makes them uncomfortable, do they inspire you by their actions, not just their words? So do they show, not just tell? Do you leave conversations or videos feeling energized instead of drained? These are all good signs, right? These are good signs that they're lifting you up. However, signs that they might be holding you back. Do they constantly complain but never take action? Do they mock or discourage your goals or someone else's, even in quote unquote jokes? Do they drain your energy and leave you feeling negative or doubtful, worried? Do they keep you stuck in the past instead of helping you grow? Do they constantly remind you of something in your past instead of helping you look forward, helping you look towards the future? If you don't gain energy after being with someone or consuming content from someone, that's a telltale sign, right? So audit your environment. Take a hard look at your inner circle and online habits. Who are the top 5 voices influencing you daily? Sometimes hourly, right? Are they aligned with the person you want to become or not? I'm not saying you need to cut off everyone, but, you need to intentionally seek better influences. Be that by reading books or listening to podcasts. I love listening to podcasts. And if you're listening to this as well, I bet you do too. And just follow people who push you forward. Even if you don't have a high-level circle yet, you can start absorbing high-level mindsets. That's the beauty of social media, isn't it? And remember, you don't owe anyone unlimited access to your energy. If someone constantly brings negativity, limit your interactions or change the topic when they start dragging you down. Unfollow. Remember, who you surround yourself with, online and offline, is shaping your future. Look at your future. What is it going to be? Choose wisely. Audit your 5 biggest influences, friends, family, social media, and ask yourself, are they pushing you forward or holding you back? If you upgrade your circle, you're going to upgrade your life. All right, that was it for today. This was your voice of encouragement. Thanks for listening to the Foreign Accent Stamp. If you love this episode, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to support the show, take 10 seconds to leave a 5-star review. It helps more people find these conversations, and it would mean the world to me. For more insights or to nominate a guest, head to ranyahupshar.com/podcast. Until the next episode, I appreciate you.